Hello, fruit and sport subscribers. Today I want to give you an update on how things are going. The last video that I put up, some shorts have been up, but I have a friend who takes care of that for me, and those are much older videos, but still relevant points, very good points about diet and how to stay healthy. But today I wanted to talk about what I said in my last video, that I'm no longer vegan. Now, what does that mean? I'm going to go carnivore, or I'm going to start eating meat all the time? No, it does not. As a matter of fact, since I made that video, I think I've had maybe one hamburger and a couple of cans of sardines. That's it. And that's been at least, I don't know how long actually, maybe a month or so. So, you know, one burger and 2 cans of sardines, I think they're 6-ounce cans. And, you know, you might say, man, this guy is crazy. He keeps going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. Well, let me just say that when I found out about veganism, you know, not eating animal products, I had a health issue. I could not toss the ball. I had trouble going to the bathroom. I had hemorrhoids. I had fissures, which is also connected to going to the bathroom, and it's so painful. I was looking for a solution. I didn't want to get cut and all that, go surgery route and drugs. So I found veganism online through Dr. Doug Graham, the book 80-10-10. In that book, he promotes high fruit diet. Basically, it's a fruit diet, breakfast and lunch, and then vegetables at night with maybe a salad dressing that contains some nuts or seeds. But it's a very low-fat diet. I did that diet. See, that made sense to me, his book. It was common sense if you read the book. And I did it overnight, and in 2 weeks I healed my shoulder, which was frozen, and my digestion and my bowel movement, everything improved 100%, more than that even. And so I did that diet for 4.5 years, totally raw, and just fruits, vegetables, and small amounts of nuts and seeds. My wife did it with me. After that, I delved into raw till 4 with Freely, and I started eating, you know, some rice, some potatoes, some beans, and things like that. Because I was going through a very stressful period. I wanted some comfort, and I started doing that. But I remained low-fat vegan. Yes, I was eating some cooked starches, but I was still low-fat vegan. Then I got shingles at 75 years old. I'll be 76 in December. And it wouldn't go away. I developed what's called PHN, which is post-herpetic neuralgia, and you still have the pain, you still have the discomfort, it burns, it's very, very sensitive to the touch, and I still have it a little bit. It's gotten a lot better, but it's still there. And in October 19th, it'll be 16 months, almost 1.5 years that I've had this problem with shingles. So I was looking for anything. I was desperate. I want to do my job. I'm a tennis pro. How am I going to support my family, right? So that's when I first ate a burger, and I had a little sardines, and it didn't agree with me that much, you know. And I'll get into that in this talk. I'll tell you why. But, you know, I did that for a while. Then I went back to vegan. Okay. I went back. No, I don't want hamburgers and sardines. And I did that for a while again. I was doing vegan. And it's still not healing. You know, it's not healing. And I've actually developed some neuropathy, which is your hands and your feet start to burn and ache at night. And I still have some eczema too. And I wanted these things to heal. So, you know, when I said, when I ate I said, I'm no longer vegan. I said, you know, I'm going to have maybe a burger here and there and some sardines. And here's my take after about a month. And like I said, I only had, I think, one burger and a couple of cans of sardines. But what I've learned is that for me, now this is me, all right? Somebody else, it may be different. They may be able to take burgers and sardines. I developed like well, it's a known fact that animal products do create acidity in the body. They give you an acidic reaction. And that reaction is not good for your nerves and for your skin. And that's the two problems that I have. So when I said, in that video, I said, you know, God gave us the animals. We're allowed to eat them. It's okay. And when Noah came out of the ark, there was no fruits and vegetables. The earth had been destroyed by that flood. So he had to eat some meat to survive. And people at the North Pole, South Pole, the Eskimos and so forth, they have to eat meat to survive. However, and I think, you know, this is all speculation, but God gave it to mankind because he knew the world at this point in time, it's a mess, right? The earth is being destroyed and there's a lot of bad things going on. But he allowed it because he knew that some people would need it to survive. But where I live, and in my world here in Naples, Florida, I've got all the fruit I could care for. I've got all the vegetables, wide variety, you know. So, and I said, well, maybe there's something in that food that we don't know about. And I still believe that. There could be things in animal products, but from the research that I've done, anything that we can get from animal-based foods, we can also get from the plant kingdom. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. We can get it. We can get all the essential fatty acids. We can get the protein that we need. So I'm back to vegan again. Will I ever eat meat? I don't know. Maybe. But I tell you, one thing that this whole experience has taught me, don't be so locked in. And if you fall and you say, oh, your friend says, hey, I got a burger, do you want one, Tom? I don't know. I may say, no, I'm fine, thank you. Or I may say, yeah, okay. So, you know, it frees you up. You don't feel so tied into, oh, I'm raw vegan. I don't eat any cooked food. I don't eat animal products, right? And you're so, I don't know, it just puts stress on you. So when I ate the burger, it was like a relief. It was like, it's no big deal. You didn't die. You didn't die. Did it help you? Who knows? I don't know. But I do feel I get an acid reaction from animal-based foods. And I know that alkaline is more cooling to the body, and that's what I need. So I'll stay on vegan for a while. Who knows? I don't think I'm going to change. You know, if a grass-fed, grass-finished burger came along, medium rare, I don't know. Chances are I wouldn't do it right now. One thing I've started doing is adding some sugar to some of my fruits, okay? And that's from Freely, the banana girl. And I like what she's doing. I mean, we'll see how that goes. You know, is that really beneficial? Well, you know, according to what she's saying, you know, it's the same molecule that's in fruit, and it helps to, for me, I've been doing it, and it helps me to feel satiated longer, which I like. So I'm not always looking for food every 5 minutes. But if I am looking for food, go ahead and have some fruit. Maybe add a little sugar. And because remember, sugar fuels every cell in our bodies. No matter what we eat, hamburger, sardines, whatever, it has to be turned into simple glucose before your body can use it. Fruit is glucose. It goes straight in. Glucose and fructose, your body absorbs it so quickly. So why not give your body what it is craving? It's craving simple sugars. So here I am. And remember, I told you, I'm transparent. What you see is what you get. I don't hide things, okay? Because I know God sees everything. I'm not trying to fool anyone, okay? This is real life experience. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a like, a thumbs up, and any questions or comments, please post those below. I'll get back to you. I've been very busy lately. I haven't been answering a lot of comments rather, but I appreciate it. I appreciate your support, and all the best to your health. Fruit up, and maybe add a little white table sugar to your smoothies or your juices or your rice or whatever. I'm not doing any of that right now, but anyway, I really appreciate your support. Take care. Make it a great day. All the best.